Hello, my beautiful Aquarians. Welcome into a general weekly reading for you. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. We're going to jump right into the Light Series Tarot and see what the week has in store for us. But yeah, what do we have for Aquarius? Ooh, the Page of Pentacles. Somebody's getting a new employment opportunity. But either way, I see new money coming in and a sense of you being motivated to accomplish more than at times you maybe should or can. But that motivation is very much present to, for some, begin again, maybe to hit a goal. But it feels like either way, you are checking things off your to-do list left and right, and even adding to it at times when you don't need to. But I feel like it's a week of new ideas. Creative solutions will come to mind. There will be noise factors, as I'm sure you heard the kids screaming in the background. But I feel like there isn't, interestingly enough, not a lot of distractions throughout the week, even with the noise factors and a focus on, for a lot of which onto the reading, how your life has been a bit of, if not a full roller coaster up until this point. But maybe watch the Leo weekly reading as well, because theirs was about things getting easier and more so moving forward. But I feel like you are being pushed to stop and notice the details that you will appreciate the most. And this is true spiritual guidance, because I feel like at times looking at the bigger picture too much, or being focused on the future too much, or even the past for that matter, it's not benefiting you, okay, or it won't. But I feel like you're going to see a focus as well on things being built up step by step, day by day, and I feel like some of which is a focus on climbing the ladder towards more. But we do have the Chariot card, naturally, again, motivation, movement taking place. You're going to find there's a huge focus, like all the other signs I feel like I'm reading for at this time, on your individual path. But I want you to look up the spiritual meaning of a tree, all right? It will speak to you in one way, shape, or form. But things that are falling away from your situation, please don't fight it, all right? Go with the flow in that sense, and this may even inspire you to release in other ways, or in one particular, I'm hearing small way, but it will be very significant for you. There's a feeling of you feeling a lot throughout the week and being pushed to trust that wholeheartedly, because I feel as if your intuition is growing at this time, and your spirituality is developing in a different way than it once did, okay? So things are going to naturally, look and feel very different for you in certain ways, or just in general. But also the spiritual meaning of a horse, I know that does, that gives me the word freedom naturally, but there's more to it than just that. But I also feel like you're standing tall and proud throughout the week and impressing people, and you definitely should take a moment to feel impressed when it comes to your own visuals is what I'm hearing, but when it comes to the way you view yourself, all right, because perspective is everything. You've come so far is basically what Spirit is communicating. And you're doing well. I feel like there's a choice or two from the past proving absolutely worthy and on point. But there are certain restrictions, okay, that are absolutely part of your situation, your week, whether it's financial, maybe time for some, but I feel like you need to remember time is on your side. Things are happening when and how they're meant to, and you're growing as you're meant to. People are seeing you grow before their very eyes. And I'm hearing change is a good thing. Change is a good thing. But where you feel limitation, and I want to say a sense of lack for some, that is going to start to, throughout the week, dissipate is the word I'm getting. Dissipate, all right? Where you feel tied down, or you even expect to, or choosing to be tied down. I'm getting a job specifically for some once again. But it could be a connection, right? A commitment of that sort. But either way, it feels like they're reminding you that that's, okay, your choice, and it's temporary if that's the case, okay? Or it's something that you can make last if you so choose. There's a huge reminder of your internal compass throughout the week, Aquarius, and how it's to be trusted wholeheartedly, because it's been strengthened and tweaked over time, whether you were aware of this or not, some of which it was a partial awareness. But as well, I feel like there's a reminder of how you are in the driver's seat. They're saying on that roller coaster of your Aquarian path. And how even when it goes up and down and twists and turns, right? And it goes, side to side, you're going to feel more in control throughout this week than you have. And that's going to grow as the days trickle on. There's also a focus on recycling is what I'm getting. Interesting. Things being reused in a different way. May also be literal recycling, bottles and whatnot. But I feel your surroundings are feeling very confusing at times, but very informing at other points. You're going to find that things do startle you at within certain small moments, and it's because your senses are heightened, okay? Some of which are going through a spiritual awakening, and that can feel a bit, off. I said this, I think, in Taurus's reading, but we do have the Nine of Wands and the King of Wands because I feel like you are feeling bold and confident throughout the week, but you're not overdoing it in that sense, and people respect that, people like that, and people want more of what you have to offer. If you're a business owner or planning to be in the near future, regardless of whether you attempted that in the past or not, or how things have been going for you, that is about to, I'm hearing spike in the right direction. All right, things are about to work in your favor. But I'm really being drawn to the specific reading. Your financial future is about to take off. Things are about to feel more comfortable and flow in your favor because you've been through enough in that sense. Regardless of how comfortable you're feeling financially currently, we're about to support you in that sense. But your hard work, I feel, is paying off. And there's a sense of a cycle for a lot drawn to the reading, being tied up with a bow, all right? And this is going to be highlighted when you're feeling quite burnt out at certain points, affected by things. Again, things are heightened and affecting you, but you have what it takes to make it through this week to feel empowered and better about how things are proceeding and changing. And your soul growth is so inspirational. I don't know why I feel the need to say that. Now, where your courage lies when it comes to future choices, that's going to be highlighted when it comes to the past as well. Let me reword that. When it comes to your past choices, the courage that you had to build up and be one with in order to leap towards those choices, to make the best out of them, to make them work, even if they didn't in the end, that's going to be highlighted as needed for the future as well, but in a different manner, all right? I hope that came out right, but I sense that you're at times going to be spoken through and sung through by spirit, and so that's going to feel fun at times, enlightening, maybe a bit confusing and thought-provoking. But I also feel as if you will slip up at certain points because of it, and maybe at other points because, again, you're burnt out, because things are affecting you. But the imperfections of the week, of your path at this point, it's all purposeful, all right? It feels like you're going to be focusing on your physical figure as well, and how you feel about that really matters is what I'm getting. Your health is going to as well be part of the week in a big way, because if you've been feeling neglect in that sense, you've been neglecting your health in one, if not multiple ways, we're going to put our foot down for you if you don't do it yourself, right? And you might feel that's a continuing process, but for some it's new. Now, the Four of Wands definitely gives you good energy, doesn't it? Look at this imagery. You're going to be pushed to dance, to get a release, to be one with, again, the changes, the developments, but to flow with how you're feeling in that moment. Even if it's feeling like that Nine of Wands or that Eight of Swords, right? Be one with it. There's something to learn and or remember. And you're going to accomplish a ton, and therefore, again, things are falling into place. But I also feel like when it comes to something you were looking to gain, it's the week to do so. Okay? That feels like an opportunity for a lot, but where you don't feel certain, don't fret, my friend. Don't fret. You may even gain some clarity throughout the week in regards to that, and more so in the upcoming weeks. The month of June and the month of May, I don't know why I said them in that order, because it's meant to, because June's going to be so significant and powerful and rewarding for you, but May will as well, but not as much as June. Does that make sense? You're going to find that you're being prepared for the summer months, or whatever season ends up being for you, but for me here it'll be the summer. You will find, anyways, spring and summer are very significant for you. You're going to be hearing spirit quite clearly throughout the week, but don't let that overwhelm you. Trust your intuition once again. Your dreams are coming into play, and I'm hearing you're one of the many signs. Music is your best friend this week, all right? And where you feel comfortable, I would need you to ask yourself why that is. When you feel uncomfortable, don't overly focus on it to the point where you create more of that, but ask yourself why that is. Okay, there's going to be a lot of benefit from that. The Seven of Wands, the World card, and the Three of Pentacles. And then over here we have the Five of Cups and the Seven of Swords. All right, so let's speak upon these two real quick. Bear with me. A little bit of an energy shift there. Where you're expecting the worst, where you're focusing on the imperfections, There's going to be a secret revealed to you, whether it's from someone else in your life, if not a couple different people, or an opportunity. It could be more in regards to a spiritual, encouraging is what I'm hearing, encouraging or informing. But I also feel like you're keeping a lot from somebody you have once updated a ton, and I do sense you're feeling that purposely, accurately. But as we get ready to wrap up this reading, 1019, look up the angel number meaning. There's a lot coming towards you throughout the week, so you do need to protect your energy. Again, feeling quite sensitive and affected, but you're being noticed a ton, and this feels rewarding. It feels necessary for a lot, and informing through it all. A very important week for you, like the other signs I'm reading for, where you're using the motivation and the attention you're gaining to your advantage, and the information flowing in and flowing from you feels so on point. Go enjoy your week, Aquarius. I love you, sending you love and light, and I'll see you next time.